You're now about to watch Stargell's World with your host, the Bonafide G, Certified True, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Carlos Stargell, the last. Soon as they named him, they broke the line.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Please subscribe to my channel.
I gotta tell him a little bit right here.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
So much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Talk to me, say something.
Tell him a little bit right here.
Tell me what's really going.
I like to hear that. No one can do it better. Yeah, get your ass, son.
One more. Same as it ever was.
Tell him a little bit right here.
Yo, hey, what's up? How y'all be? Welcome back to another episode of Stargell's World with me, the Bonafide G, Certified True, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to yell out what's real, nor speak what I feel. Carlos Stargell, the last. After they made me, they broke the mold. Yeah, came back for a second show. At first I wasn't, but then I thought about it. I said, why not? And plus, got something I want to share with y'all. Wow, that's what made me do a second show. I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine, who I actually just met. And if I tell y'all who it is, it's gonna blow your mind. And I'm about to tell you right now as we speak.
Talk to me, say something.
No, it wasn't Barry White. But this thing I'm telling you about, he bust on the scene in like 81. Had to be 81, 82. But before then, he was with this group called Lynx. If y'all remember the song, You're Alive Here. Yeah, that was the group. But and he branched out on his own and made a huge hit. And it still, to this day, stands the test of time. And yes, and I'm talking about my man, Norman Jr. Giscombe.
Talk to me, say something.
Right here.
Yeah, I talked to Junior today, y'all. And in fact, we video chatted and I introduced him to my wife. Yes, I did. Junior is a down-to-earth brother. I really enjoyed it. And it's gonna be and we're gonna be talking a lot more. Praise the Lord, cause this dude is really down to earth. Got a chance to talk to him, and guess what? Just like Cheryl the Pearl, he loves to laugh. And guess what? I ain't got no problem with that because he's real cool. I mean, you know some people get up there when they get a little superstardom, they let it into your head. Not Junior. And believe it or not, a lot of singers I did meet were down to earth. Not just Junior, Cheryl Cook, aka Cheryl the Pearl, Rosalind Hart from the group Cherie, Kevin Spencer, Dynasty, and of course, Prime Time, the rapper from the Bronx. Yeah, talk to him. And one name I cannot leave out. God rest his soul, my buddy, Marshall Jones.
Tell him a little bit right here.
Yeah. And like I said, people, just to let y'all know, celebrities are human, are people just like us. Except one thing, they got the money, but they also got more problems. But at the same time, they people too, they loving and enjoying. And guess what? And like I say, I enjoy talking. I enjoy talking to Mr. Get Strong today. Junior, yeah, I enjoy talking to him. Then what's good about it, I got a chance to let my wife meet him. And we both let him know that mama used to say we grew up on this music. Mama used to say still stands the test of time. And oh yeah, and another song he made, it might have been a minor hit, but I remember it very well. And it's still one of my favorites today. Communication Breakdown. Feel it inside your soul. Yeah, that's for you, Junior. Yeah, man, but like I was saying, this dude is actually, it was real refreshing. It was like a breath of fresh air. Finally got a chance to talk to my boy Junior. But like I say, I met a lot of celebrities. And like I said, they were really nice people. Now you know the ones who, brush you off. Like one thing I can say about a lot of celebrities, they gonna let you know too. Some of them will let you know. If it wasn't for the fans, they wouldn't be where they are today, which is true. But you got a lot of them that act like they forget who they are. And a lot of them act like they forget where they came from. And a lot of them act like they got their nose so stuck up in the air that they can smell their ass. And that is true, but you got some, like I say, you got a lot of them that's gonna remain, excuse me, y'all. You got a lot of them that gonna stay humble. They gonna live righteous, and they gonna do the right thing. I mean, but like they say, like I tell you about a lot of people, like celebrities, anybody, they just like anybody else, excuse me, y'all. They just like a whole lot of people. You take the good with the bad. But a lot of them I met, it was more good. No jive. And there's a lot of them, and then look, now, it's a lot, and before social media, I met a lot of singers before then too as well. For example, like I met George Clinton when I was working at Kroger. Yes, I'm talking about the same man that was behind Parliament Funkadelic. Yes, I met George Clinton before. And I met another guy from the Ohio Players, but he was a later member, but I met him. Marshall Jones told me his name before, but I forgot his name to save my life. But one thing about it, I will not forget a face. But like I say, it was funny how I met this dude in the parking lot though. I was out there, we were getting buckets, and I was out there singing. In fact, I was singing that song about the day of finance, ready or not. And the first question he asked me, he said, "What church you sing in?" I said, "How you know I sing in church?" He said, "Man, I could tell by your voice. I could tell by how you carry your voice. You sing." I said, "You are absolutely right, but I'm gonna share this with y'all too." Working at Kroger too, I remember a little boy. He couldn't have been no more than 6, 7, or 8 or somewhere around there. And he called me out. Not in a bad way, but he told me, he was like, I think I was humming the song. In fact, it was the song Advice for the Young at Heart by Tears for Fears. And the part I was humming when I said, "We got the whole wide world in our hands." And he was like, "You sing in church, don't you?" I said, "Hey, you not sing in church, y'all, man." I said, "You right, but how you know?" He said, the way you sing, I could tell you sing in church." I said, "You a very smart young man." But a lot of people did say that to me working at Kroger too when they hear me hum a note or something. I remember one sister, I was hitting a note, she was like, "Do you sing in the choir?" I said, "Yeah, how you know?" I could tell by how you broke down that song." I said, "Yeah." I said, "But check this out. You got a lot of people who sing in church and can't sing. And guess what? You better not tell them they cannot sing.
Talk to me, say something.
Or they gonna lay it down to your ass. They gonna cuss you. They gonna go off. They might not curse in church, but they gonna say some stuff. They ain't what they say, is how they say it. They gonna make you feel bad too if you tell them they can't sing. So guess what? I just don't say nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I just don't say nothing to them, and that's the best way to be.
No one can do it better.
I'll say this right here too. But you got some that hate on you, and try because they can't do it like you can. So you know the thing I remember I told somebody one time. They told me that I couldn't sing. You know what I told them? This is exactly what I said. Sound good enough to shut you up. And that was true. I let them know I sounded good enough to shut them up. And guess what? They couldn't say nothing after that. I told them, won't they get up there in the choir stand? Won't they get up there and make some noise? I want to hear them bust a note. Nah. As I see, you got more excuses than a 6-letter bad word going to jail when it comes to singing. So quit trying to criticize. If you can't do it, don't criticize. Don't say a damn thing. Shut up and be quiet. That's what I tell them. Because one thing I hate is to embarrass a heckler. But then again, I enjoy embarrassing the hell out of them. Because I know, and don't go to a comedy club. That's the problem right there. See, that's why I don't do comedy clubs either. Because I actually literally got kicked out of one. And why? Why did I get kicked out? Because dude started with me and I joined him right back. He had the audacity. He got me good. He said, what's your name? You with the bald head. Oh, two of y'all motherfuckers been hearing it. He said, why don't y'all put your head together and make somebody's ass? So I told him, I said, I know you ain't tripping with that toupee with the S curl on top. I said, I saw the hair roller fall off before you got up on the stage, man. And then you know, everybody was cracking up, and I said, what's your name? He said something name. I said, and then he said, I'm a Muslim. I said, Muslim, is that right? He said, yeah. So I said, so you think, man, that's how you're a Muslim, don't you? Yeah. I said, well, why don't you go backstage and bring me 2 bean pies and a pork chop sandwich? Well, and then that's when they kicked me out of the comedy club, because I actually joined this dude back, and when they were kicking me out, I did the Fred Sanford thing. He started with me. He the one started first. I ain't come back up here no more. And the effed up part about it, the bouncer that was kicking me out even busted out laughing. And when he got me outside, he said, you know I had to kick you out of the club. It wasn't personal. It was for business reasons. I said, I understand. He said, to tell you the truth, my brother, you were more funny than that dude on stage. I said, you think so? He said, hell yeah. He said, but do me a favor. You welcome to come back. But do me one silence. What's that, brother? Please do not join them jokers back. As I promise, I try not to. But guess what? But at least it came out for the good, and at least when I left, at least we had a good laugh. But that bouncer still, God rest his soul, and I found out he passed away a few years ago. But I remember he told me he ain't never laughed at nobody kicking them while he was kicking them out with me. I said, why me? He said, because you're crazy as hell. You had to like Fred after my hands up here no more. I said, I had to do something to ease the tension. He said, well, you sure eased the tension, because he said, you made my night when you did that. I said, well, I'm glad I'm good for something, brother. And he said, and he told me, live righteous and stay humble, my brother. I said, yes, sir. And God bless you too, my man. And he asked me, and I didn't know, and what I didn't know either, the bouncer that kicked me out was actually Muslim. I'm not Muslim by faith, but I'm Muslim by nature, and I do support him. Just to let y'all know. I grew up in Christianity. That's my faith. But by nature, I'm Islam. I support him. Yes, I do. Because just to let y'all know too, before I close out, I'm just going to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. We all serve the same God. And that is true no matter whether you're Christian, Muslim, or whatever. Whoever you worship, God, Allah, Jah, or whoever, we serving one God. And that's the honest to God true soul. I mean, we ain't no better than nobody on this earth. What we really need to do is continue to strive to act on one accord, live righteous, remain humble, and stay obedient. Basically, that's all we need to do.
So much about him.
Talk to me. Say something.
Well, guess what, y'all? I'm about to close it out. But I want to thank everybody who took the time to tune in, check out, view, and watch Stargell's World with the Bonafide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to yell out what's real, nor speak what I feel. Carlos Stargell, the last. Cause when they made me, they broke the mold. Those who haven't subscribed, please hit that like and subscription bell. I really would appreciate that. Live chat is always open and available. Guests are welcome. Or you can just leave your comment on the live chat. And this channel is actually really for viewers 18 and older. 17, you might get a pass. 16, you still got to have permission. 15, no deal. Under 16, no deal. And just want to let y'all know, this show I'm doing, I'm dedicating this show to my boy, Norman Jr. Giscombe. And Junior, I know you probably out, but if you're not watching live, you can catch the replay, man, and God bless you. But again, thank y'all for watching Stargell's World. God bless you, love you. Y'all be good, take care of yourselves and each other. Have a good day today, better day tomorrow, and a more prosperous week to come.
See ya.
And Lord knows I ain't trying to be you.
Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching this channel.
See ya.